Hello and welcome back to my channel. Before I start this video, I just wanted to apologize for my absence. I was so dedicated to it for a little while, but the last month and a bit have been not so great for me, and so I sort of just removed myself until I was ready to come back. So here's 50 facts about me. I've had insomnia my entire life. I really enjoy walking, and I'm working towards a marathon. I have currently reached 30 kilometers, so I'm close. I would love to walk a marathon. I think that would be amazing and a really cool achievement to just be like, well, I knew I wasn't going to win, but I passed the finish line. That would be an amazing feeling. So I enjoy making art, like different types of art. I love makeup, I love drawing, I love working with pencils. I don't really like working with pens. I like painting. I like collecting flowers and photography. And what other kinds of art do I like to do? I like to sing. I like to write. I just love a lot of different types of art. I really love art. I love taking pictures of flowers. It's definitely a hobby of mine. Not currently because the seasons are changing and there's not many flowers out coming into winter. But I'm looking forward to spring when all the flowers are coming out again and I can take tons of photos. So I'm 22 years old and I'm a Taurus. My favorite color is gray. I'm a cat person, obviously. I really love coffee. If I could substitute water for coffee, I do. Every excuse to have coffee, I would drink coffee at 2 o'clock in the morning if I could. I like my coffee. I really, really like my coffee. I would go as far as to say that I'm in love with coffee. My favorite social media is Instagram. I mean, I don't use it a lot. I don't actually use social media a lot, but really love Instagram. So here's going to be a shameless plug of my Instagram and other social medias down below. My favorite band is Panic at the Disco. I enjoy singing. I think I was singing before I could talk. I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm good, but I mean, I don't think I'm terrible at singing, but I don't think I'm good either. I mean, I used to sing on YouTube, and I also used to have a singing Instagram. So I used to dance. I used to be a dancer. I love to dance. I still dance occasionally, but I've had too many injuries to ever actually go back to it. I went to 6 different schools. I dropped out of high school twice. I have a skin condition. So I think it's called dermatitis, although neither doctor actually really looked into it. They just literally looked at it and was like, here, this will help you. This is what you've got. Without actually looking into it. And it's been a problem for over a year now. At first I thought it was psoriasis, but they said it's dermatitis. So pretty much, here's one of my patches. You can't really see. It's doing really well at the moment, actually. And basically, my skin just peels, gets really dry, flakes away, bleeds, cracks open. I am scared of large bodies of water. It's called thalassophobia. You know, honestly, I'm not even sure why anymore I'm scared of. It's so irrational. It's not like all water, it's just large bodies of water, such as the ocean, rivers, pretty much any large body of water that you cannot see the bottom. Like, deep diving pools terrify me. My other strange phobia is feet. I like to journal and plan everything. I have so many notebooks to just write everything down because it makes me feel like I have some kind of structure in my life. Like with my diary, I will just sit there and write every single thing that I've done that day, just so that, one, I remember, because my memory is shit. Like, I'll go back and be like, what did I do this day? Oh, that's right, because I wrote it down. Structure in my life. I know what I'm doing. My favorite food is watermelon. I do most of my own piercings. I have tattooed myself 3 times. So yeah, I've got 8 tattoos and I have 13 piercings. So I used to write songs and poetry. I don't really do that anymore. Sometimes I will feel inspired to write a song and I want to write a song. It's just really hard for me to put my thoughts into words in that way. Like, I can write it out in a journal. I can write a poem perfectly fine. But when I'm putting, like, music to it, I find it really difficult. I can't really explain that kind of process. My best friend actually got me back into poetry after years of not doing it. And my slam poems are pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm pretty good at that. Slam poetry is definitely my thing. I haven't written a poem in so long. I need to get back into that. My music taste is very eclectic. I like a little bit of everything. A little bit of this genre, a little bit of that genre. Mix it all together. Put it in a playlist. My favorite TV show is American Horror Story. It's the only TV show where I will go back and watch every single season over and over again. Like, I have seen the first season, Murder House, at least 20 times. I'm not even joking. I've seen it at least 20 times. Like, I know it off by heart. And it never fails to amuse me every time I watch it. Like, I don't even like to rewatch movies. Like, if I've seen it before, I will get bored if I watch it again. I will watch this TV show until I would, like, if it was the only TV show left on the planet, I would still watch it every day. I'm a twin. My umbilical cord got caught around his neck in the womb, and he died. Isn't it crazy to think that I'm the one that won? Like, I'm the sperm that made it. Do you ever just think about life? I have a stuffed toy collection. I find them therapeutic, they're comforting. You're never too old to hug a teddy bear, okay? Okay, I am really great at saving money when I want something. Saving up for travel. Pretty cool. So, I enjoy throwing things away. I don't like my room being too cluttered. And if I start to accumulate too many things, I will go through everything and I will just throw things out. I really don't like shaking people's hands. However, when someone goes to shake your hand and then you pull off and say, sorry, I don't shake hands, that is actually really rude. And I feel really bad for it. Just, I cannot bring myself to shake a stranger's hand. I do not want to invite that stranger into my personal space, into my bubble. I don't want to let them know it's okay to invade this personal space at any given point because I shook their hand, inviting them in. Does that make sense? I don't like to be touched. I do not do handshakes. One of my favorite childhood movies is Ferngully. I find it really hard to think back at my favorite childhood movie. It was always Winnie the Pooh. But recently I watched Ferngully for the first time in years, and I looked at it from an adult perspective. I always saw it as this fun child's movie that I'd sing along to the songs, and it was, for me, it was like a fairy tale story of this girl meets this human boy, she shrinks him, they fall in love, but not really, they're just really cool friends. There's a cool bat, and they're kicking ass together. They're saving the forest. That's what I always saw. Now I look at it as an adult, and I'm like, wow. The intro song for Batty is literally him singing about being experimented on by humans. Animal experiment. And I never clicked. I never understood it. I never listened to the lyrics and was like, oh my god. How did I never know that he was being experimented on by humans? How did I never see the political side of it? Like, animal testing, deforesting, pollution. I look at this movie now and I'm like, wow. I'm vegetarian. Like, I would never go back. Never, ever go back. I've been vegetarian for too long, and now the thought of eating meat is literally repulsive. I have too many high heels that I never wear. Like, I used to be a party girl, and so I used to have a lot of heels, and I find them really cute, and I love them, but I never wear them. I hate winter. I hate winter. I would rather be too hot than too cold. Plus, I get sick all the time. So, going back to me being scared of feet, I own way too many socks. Like, I have an entire drawer just for my socks, and it's overflowing because, you know, I really got into socks when I was always trying to hide my feet. When I was living with somebody again, like, on my own, no problem, I'll be in bare feet all the time. When I moved in with mom, and there was always people around, and I was always having to put on shoes, I was always wearing socks. And so I wanted to have cute socks to make myself feel better about having feet. It's not like I can just get rid of them, you know, they're attached to me. My hair has been every single color of the rainbow, except yellow and green. I used to have hair past my butt. Mom never let me cut my hair, so my hair grew almost halfway down my thigh, and long hair is really hard to take care of. I've never been on a plane, or out of my country. I've never travelled outside of the South Island of New Zealand. I'm an ambivert. I think I'm mostly introverted, but there are times where I'm just like I want to be the life of the party. I'm addicted to my cell phone, even though I hardly ever answer it. Like I literally always have it in my hand, but I'm the worst at responding to messages. I really enjoy exploring abandoned, creepy, eerie places, like haunted, abandoned places. I think that's just it's so much fun. I love the thrill of it. I love the atmosphere. My favorite perfume is Poison. I'm a compulsive hand washer. There have been times where it's been a problem, like an actual problem, where after touching pretty much anything, I have to wash my hands, and it's really bad. And that's probably why it doesn't help my skin problems. Okay, I'm like scared of germs or something. I don't know why I do it. I feel like if my hands are gross, I have to go and wash my hands. I want to go wash my hands right now. Like I can feel the sweat on them, and it's actually I'm talking about it, and so I want to go and do it. Anyway, I have a hand washing problem, which is not actually the worst thing in the world right now. I love natural disaster movies. I have survived several earthquakes. Some of them I could have died. I could have died. And a lot of people did die in one of them. And because I'm so terrified of earthquakes, of natural disasters, of dying that way, I actually researched it. I wanted to learn everything I possibly could about the topic a couple of years ago because I was so terrified of it. And so during my research, I would just watch every single natural disaster movie I could get my hands on. And it's not just like learning about it. It was desensitizing myself to it so that I wouldn't be as scared of it. Oof is my default word. Anything happens, it's like oof or mood. I say mood a lot, I say oof a lot, I say up a lot. Apparently I mumble slash talk in my sleep. My mum always said that you could have a conversation with me in my sleep, like a real conversation. That's when I share my secrets and stuff. Not that anyone can ever actually confirm that, and she's the only one that says that. But my best friend said that I mumble in my sleep, or sort of talk, but like groaning. I love my dad's shirts. I have stolen so many of his shirts. Like most of my wardrobe are my dad's shirts. Like the plaid shirts, they just go with everything, and I love them so much. And yeah, I stole them all off my dad. Thank you, Dad. In September 2019, I got to meet my best friend for the first time. Single-handedly life-changing, incredible experience of my life, and I that trip was everything. I have no words to describe just how incredible meeting her was, but I thought I'd add that. I don't know. Any chance to flex her. I've had 2 head injuries, and I also did a story time about it, so if you want to go and watch that, it'll be up here and down there. I have been a smoker for almost 8 years. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's nasty. It's disgusting. You smell like an ashtray. All my past kissing victims, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever time it is of day, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in the next one.